Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Today, the day before Christmas Eve, I'm going to be making Ben's Bouche Noel. I started making this cake about 8 to 10 years ago with Ben when Grandpa and I were with them for the holidays. And Ben and I have been making this cake ever since when we're there with them for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or Thanksgiving. And then about 2 years ago, I started making this cake with Abigail and Clara Kate. And we have been making the cake whenever Grandpa and I are with them as well. Today, since I'm making this cake myself, I'm going to be making it at different times. So the first step I'm going to do is, well, first of all, I'm going to preheat the oven to 375. And then I'm going to start making the first part, and that is, these are the ingredients that I'm going to put in it. The whipping cream, the heavy whipping cream, I'm going to put 2 cups. The vanilla, I'm going to put in the vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon. The powdered sugar, I'm going to put in 1/2 cup. And the cocoa, Hershey's Cocoa unsweetened, I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup. And I'm going to mix all of this together in one bowl. So Ben, I hope I don't screw this up because I've always made it with you or Clara Kate and Abigail. So I'm going to add the cream first in this big bowl, the 2 cups of cream. And then I'm going to add the liquids first. I'm going to add the vanilla extract, the 1 teaspoon. And then I'm going to start mixing this together in this big mixing bowl. And I'm going to start out on a low speed, so hopefully I don't splatter it. Then the next thing I'm going to add is the powdered sugar, the 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, and I'm going to just do that a little bit at a time. Now normally I would be adding the ingredients while Ben or Clara Kate or Abigail would be mixing it. So it makes it a little bit easier if I have the grandkids here to help me. And then I'm going to take the cocoa, the Hershey's unsweetened cocoa, and I'm going to start slowly adding that. Add some more of the chocolate. And I think this is the right consistency. Ben, I don't think I ruined the filling doing this all by myself, but we'll see how I do with Ben's Bouche Noel, the cake part of it. Now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put this in a smaller bowl, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to chill until I'm ready to spread the filling on the cake. Now to continue on with Ben's Bouche Noel. I first of all have greased a pan with butter on the inside right in there, and I just dabbed it in a couple spots and then down the middle. And then I took this brush and dabbed it more in the butter, and I put all the way across the butter on the parchment paper, and then I put flour on that. So now this pan is all ready to pour the ingredients of the cake. I really do miss not having Abigail and Claire, Kate, and Ben here to help me because I'm not a very good baker. And I totally could flub this part of the cake. This is the hardest part to me of the cake. So my ingredients are egg yolks for this step. I have a teaspoon and a half of vanilla extract. I have a half a cup of sugar, an eighth of a teaspoon of salt, and again I'm using the Hershey's unsweetened chocolate, and that is a third of a cup. And that will all go in the egg yolks while I'm beating them. And this time, so the pan doesn't spin on me, I'm going to put a cloth underneath it as to Grandpa's suggestion, which I think will be a very good suggestion. Okay, I'm ready to start this part of the cake. I'm going to pour in my vanilla extract. And then the eighth of a teaspoon of salt. And then my sugar, which is a half a cup of sugar. And again, I'll put it in little by little. And then I'm going to add the half a cup of the Hershey's cocoa. I'm just going to stir it down on the bottom to make sure I mixed it all together, which I did. This seems a little bit thicker, Ben and Abigail and Clara. I hope I haven't ruined it. Now, to start out with the next part, you want to wash your beaters, and so you have clean beaters when you do the egg whites. For the second part of this second step of Ben's Bouche Noel, I have 6 egg whites in a bowl right here and a quarter cup of sugar, which I'm going to beat until stiff in the larger bowl. And I did clean off the beaters, which is very, very important. Make sure you have clean beaters when you go to this part. So I'm going to pour the egg whites in. Then I'm going to start beating for a little bit before I add the sugar. Now adding the half a cup of sugar to the egg whites. Turn it off just, ooh, I think I'm done. It's got the peak that Ben always tells me I have to have. So I think it's done, guys. Okay. Okay, now for the next part, I'm going to take this chocolate that I mixed earlier with the eggs and the sugar and the cocoa and fold it gently into the egg whites. So there we go. I hope I haven't ruined it, because that seems so thick. Wow, I think I did it. We'll see how it tastes. So now I'm going to take this batter and I am going to spread it in here. Now you should have kind of a cake knife spreader that bakers use, but I don't own one, or Grandpa and I don't own one. So I'm using my pig spatula that Lauren gave me for Christmas a couple years ago. See? I think a cake spreader would have been better, because I could have made it more even, because I think it looks kind of thin over here. Oh well. Let's see if this will. Well. Okay, I hope that's good. Oh my gosh, Grandpa, you should have poked me. Oh my gosh. Oh, so much easier. Voila, now we'll put it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until it feels done. Then we will take it out of the oven and do our next step. For the third step in Ben's Bouche Noel, you have to take a cloth, a dish towel, and you spread it out on the board that I'm using here. And you want to spread powdered sugar all over the cloth, because this is what the cake is going to go on, because you're going to roll it up in this dish towel. So you want to make sure that you've got plenty of confection or powdered sugar all over the dish towel. And I think that should do it. Then I'm going to take the cake. Oops, sorry. Then I'm going to take this cake, it's finished now, and I'm going to turn it upside down. This is kind of a tricky part, and I hope I'm okay with this. Whew. Oh my gosh, I got powdered sugar everywhere. Wow. It's a little hot. It came out. Look at that. Then you want to take the parchment paper off. Oh no, this could be rather tricky. And you'll take that parchment, just put it over there, and then you're going to take some more of this powdered sugar and put it all over this cake. And again, you want to make sure you get a lot on, because otherwise the towel may stick. Okay, take the towel. Gently roll the cake. Voila! Then you're going to leave it in this, rolled up like this, for about 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll be back to finish up Ben's Bouche Noel. After that last step, I had to go and change my sweater because I was covered in powdered sugar. Anyway, you let this sit for 30 minutes, Ben's Bouche Noel, and now I'm ready to unroll it. And hopefully it's going to be all right. Wow. The powdered sugar helps it not to stick on the towel, the dish towel, and that's why I put it on. Wow, came out pretty good, Ben. And Claire, Kate, and Abigail. Whoa. Okay, now I'm going to take the filling that I made earlier, and I'm going to put it on the top of the cake and spread it out. And now I'm going to take this spatula and spread it all as evenly as I can throughout the whole cake, across the whole cake. Okay, that looks pretty even. I think you can see that. Now I am going to roll the cake back up again into a log. This. Always looks so easy until you do it. Wow, that looks pretty good, guys, don't you think? Kind of a little bit of filling there. Sorry about that. Okay, now I think I'm going to have to cut off the ends, if I remember correctly, so it'll fit on the plate. And I'm putting it on this white plate. There's one end. Shoot. See how pretty that looks? Now I know that in the past, Clara Kate and Abigail and Ben have eaten those pieces, but I'm going to try and use that to decorate the cake with. And I'm going to put it on the platter, and that again is a little more difficult to do. I guess I'm going to need to put it this way and slide it onto the cake. Wow. More difficult than I realized, than I remembered. There we go. And now what I'm going to let you do, I'm not going to do it. I made some frosting with butter, powdered sugar, and chocolate squares, semi-sweet chocolate squares. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to, what they say to do is just sprinkle a little bit with the powdered sugar. And then I'm going to let you decide how you want to decorate it. And when I'm finished decorating it, I will show you what I've done. So here we go. This is Ben's Bouche Noel.